Hey, Warrior Saints, good morning. Glad to have you beautiful people in with us as we continue our Crucifixional live stream on the Disney series. A lot of great messages in the Disney movies. Today, we're going to talk about Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, how you doing? Before we do that, don't forget, get there, warriorsaints.org. There, that's the place where you can join and subscribe to the way of the Warrior Saint. Sleeping Beauty. She falls asleep. You know the story, right? She can't wake up. Nobody can wake her up until her charming prince, and I think his name was Philip, comes in and gives her a kiss, and she awakens and restored back to life. And as I watched that, I'm like, that must have been one hell of a kiss, right? Like, he must have been like, how you doing? He knew what he was doing to kiss that woman to make her wake up from this endless sleep, a sleep that can never be, she can never be awoken from. And yet, with his great love, he awakens her. And as I thought about that, for males trying to become men, one of the fiercest adversaries that we face are women, because they're kind of scary. Girls, we love you. I know there's a lot of girls watching. You're a little bit scary to us because we don't really know how you think and understand how you think and act and behave. You are like a sweet wine, but that's mixed with a little bit of chaos, kind of like the chaotic waters. Men like order, women are this beautiful chaos, and we don't know how to deal with it. And so men become afraid of women very often, right? And look, I mean, I don't want to make too many political statements, but like, I often wonder why, like, there's a rise in homosexuality in this country. And I don't think it's because more and more men are homosexual. I think it's because more and more women are tough to deal with, and they just like opt out. Like, I don't want any part of it, right? It's easier with the dudes than with the chicks because they're crazy. And I know you're probably yelling at me as I say this right now, but as you think about how to be a man with a woman, it is important. In fact, I would even go so far as to say essential that we think of her as the good wife. Now look, in Proverbs 31, the book of Proverbs it's a majestic text. I mean, it's wisdom, pure, perfect wisdom. It's God's wisdom. At the end of it, chapter 31, the words of Lemuel, the son of Lemuel, comes the story of a good wife. And he begins on verse 10 with the words, "A good wife, who can find? She is more precious than jewels." And as you think about that, fellas, if you're interested in a woman, like you're interested in dating her, taking her out, maybe you're a young fellow who's found a cute girl at high school, or someone maybe you're in college, or even older than that. Maybe you are in the workforce, or you're done with school, you're in a job, you found a nice lady, but you're afraid to ask her out. You may even be a husband who's already married to a lovely lady. And yet that chaos that they bring causes us that intimidation, that fear, because we just don't always know how to handle it. The challenge for us as men is to start thinking of her as a precious jewel. This is what Proverbs is telling us. You must think of her as a precious jewel. She's not, sorry, I'm going to be a little gross here, forgive me, but she's not like a piece of meat, right? That you use just for carnal desires. She's not just a piece of your puzzle who, like, I need someone to come into my home to do this, that, or the other. She's not someone who is a trophy that you parade around, right? To let others know that you did this or did that, or look how successful you are. She's not just someone who's there to clean up your mess. She is a jewel, a precious jewel. And she's, according to Proverbs, more precious than jewels. And to find her requires first, right? I love this. We're going to talk about it just briefly. You want to find the right woman. To do that, there's nowhere to look except inside yourself. And you might say, Father Chris, what are you talking about? Right? Like, I want to find a nice girl. What do I have to look inside myself? You find the right woman by first becoming the right man, right? We have a whole series at warriorsaints.org in our flagship program, The Way of the Warrior Saint. We have an entire series dedicated to becoming the right man. You want to find the right woman? Son, you got to be the right man. Because women are looking to find the right man. They don't want just some guy who's handsome and look, your beauty, your handsomeness is going to fade. She wants to find the right man who's strong, who will lead, who will love her, who will respect her, who will provide, offer her children, teach her children, who will give her roof, security, will be a warrior, a knight to defend her against all other things, will teach and lead as a mentor does, and will love her, much like Prince Charming, who gave that great kiss. And I mean that love, obviously in the physical, sexual sense, but even more than that, to love her for her individuality, her specific gifts, qualities, skills that she has in her own life. For her heart, bro, her soul. She wants someone to say that whatever she may be, as chaotic as we may interpret it and understand it to be, that it's beautiful. And someone who will affirm that. You don't have to agree with her. You don't have to be stepped on, for sure. Not stepped on or walked all over. But someone who will affirm and say, I love you for who you are. Now that's hard. But to do that, you first, fellas, got to become the right man. Look, if you think that you're going to find a right woman who's going to fix you, you're lost. It's done. Just don't even get married. Divorce is on its way. Sorry, I hate to say it, but it's coming. You have to be the right man. To do that, you have to be a warrior saint. We've been talking about it for weeks and months and really for the entirety of our ministry. A warrior saint is someone who lives a crucifixional life. A man who conquers, who conquers his monsters, whatever they may be. And he does so by being a warrior saint. A king, a knight, a mentor, and a lover. To help you do that, to be the right man, so that you can find the right woman, you need to watch the series, which is called How to Be the Right Man, right? To do that, you got to visit warriorsaints.org. When you subscribe to the Way of the Warrior Saint, the library's there, it's filled, and there's a series. It's entirely dedicated to that. Much of what we teach is about the relationships between men and women, for sure, but there's a specific series about becoming the right man, and it's yours. Free, total access once you subscribe. So if you visit there, you will have access to that program, which will help you becoming the right man, so you might find the right girl. And again, I'll end with this. For the fellows who are already married, look, you don't get to rest on your laurels. It's work, bro, every single day. I fight and scrap hard every single day to be the best man that I can because my wife deserves not good, but great. And I'm trying to give it to her. Whatever little I may have, I'm trying to give it to her. Love you, beautiful people. We will be back tomorrow. We're going to continue our Disney series. We're going to talk about Simba. Till then, keep walking on the way of the warrior saint.